Um, Good afternoon. I'm Sarah Warmeister in Management 286 with Melissa Turner. Whenever I came across the formal report and I started researching and analyzing and doing all my work over it, I really wanted to do it over something really interesting and something that really intrigued me. So I had decided on finding an influential person and zoning in on them and how they impacted society and different aspects of their life. So whenever I was researching and finding all these different types of people and their careers, at the top of lists from CNN and Forbes and Billboard and all these super credible sources and educated journals, it was really interesting that Beyonce was at the top of all these. And I listen to Beyonce. I'm the 20-year-old girl, but I had no idea that her impact went far beyond music and far beyond just like a pop star platform. So whenever I began to research more and I read all these articles and I watched multiple interviews about different types of people, professional people, political people, talk about her. It was super intriguing and interesting, and I decided to write my formal report on how Beyonce Knowles Carter has impacted society greatly. And I was able to break it down in three different parts: music, business, and then society, and how she impacted each of them. And her music and business impact kind of wraps into society, and her platforms on both those stances shows how great her impact on society was. So beginning with music, she started when she was 9 years old. Her father, Richard, he created this girls' time group with her cousins, and they were just young girls dancing around the Houston area, Houston, Texas, where she's from. They were winning like small contests and things like that, and that just shows how far back she goes in music. And then the big Destiny's Child came about. Now, they were dubbed as one of the top 10 girl groups of all time by Billboard 200. So her impact on music goes pretty far back to her Destiny's Child girl group era. In 2003, she became a solo artist and she debuted her first album. And what I thought was super interesting about Beyonce, and what I didn't really realize listening to music now and music then, is she was able to stay relevant for over 20 years, and not a lot of people in the music industry can say that. So already today, there are people in music who look at her and are inspired and like, what are you doing that you stayed relevant for 20 years? So she has just a lot of like generation where people are looking up to her. So by 2014, CNN reported her as pop culture's Royal Highness. So in 2003, whenever she began her solo career, to 2018, where she was dubbed Pop Culture's Royal Highness, and then she was dubbed later on in 2017 an R&B legend. She kind of took over multiple genres and things like that. And to this day, she's the most Grammy-nominated artist of all time, and a Grammy Award is the highest award any musician can ever get. So and out of all her nominations, she's accumulated 20 of those nominations, having reached a net worth of $265 million. And alongside her husband, Jay-Z, they are dubbed the first billionaire hip-hop couple. So in music, at this point today, she has this huge platform, all these accolades, all these phenomenal awards, crazy success. People in the music industry. I watched interviews by Tina Turner, the late Michael Jackson, the late Prince, and Madonna, Chris Brown, all these different people, all types of variety of music, Luke Bryan, Blake Shelton, all different people from all different backgrounds in music that sing different types of music and perform differently. They all just said how inspiring she is, and they go to her like when they want to listen to music. Tina Turner actually said in a CNN interview that Beyonce has, quote, paved the way for music today, and all youth people who are in music today that are younger than 21 have Beyonce to thank for how music is. And I thought that was really impactful, because Tina Turner, that's a big name in music, So hearing someone say that is like, wow, this person has really made an impact on music. So moving on from music, moving on from her music accolades, she has taken the business world kind of by storm. So her business stance kind of goes a little into her political stance. So she created this line called Parkwood Ivy Park. It's based from a park in Houston, Texas called Parkwood, where she grew up playing on the park. And she took the idea of uniting and encouraging women all over the world. That is the logo of that brand. She took that brand and she made this clothing line to empower women. It only sells female clothes, and to empower women and unite women across the world. And with that Parkwood, that Ivy Parkwood clothing line, she created her own recording studio label. So Parkwood is Beyonce's very own woman-run, woman-made recording label. So with this, she is one of the few women in the music history that have ever gone out and created her own label, and she performs with an all-girl group band, all signed to the label. She has only signed women thus far. Her goal of the label is to be the woman that inspires everyone to be a better woman. And with that, in her business world, she becoming the CEO of her own company, running her own fashion line, and becoming an active feminist leader in today's society has really showed how big her platform is in business. Now, with her business platform, she does go a little political. In my research, I found interviews with Michelle Obama and Barack Obama dating back to his first election and him becoming the first African-American president. In a CNN interview, Barack Obama thanked Beyonce for her platform and her help in getting the youth to vote. So with her impact in the political world, she has helped young people have a voice and get up and vote. And I thought it was really intriguing how Barack Obama and Michelle Obama had words to say about her. This kind of goes into her society, the third aspect of her influence, which is in society. Her huge platform as a celebrity has not only allowed her to impact the youth with voting and on the political side, but it has allowed her to start up many charities. In Forbes 2014, she was labeled the most powerful celebrity in the world. She was later again labeled that in 2016. So being dubbed as this most powerful celebrity with her big platform in multiple areas, she was able to create a huge charity called Bay Good. And Bay Good, it supports gender equality. Her charity has provided numerous students with scholarships and has donated to cities in need, such as the Flint water crisis recently, Hurricane Harvey in her hometown, Houston. Her Bay Good charity has helped not only young women, but young men, young transgenders, any type of young person in society today to help get an education, to help them in a time of need, to help cities in a time of need. When Haiti was affected by the hurricane, Bay Good stepped in and sent food. She has this platform that allows her to expand her help and generate all this type of good and positive, not only in the community, but worldwide. And because of this, in 2016, she was awarded the Humanitarian Award of the Year. So in accepting that award, she had said that her, quote, that her impact on society is to make everyone better and to make everyone help in society. So again, that really intrigued me as someone who just listens to her music. I didn't realize that she was this insane humanitarian, and she was really powerful about not only empowering young women but young people all across the world and helping people all across the world who are in crisis in a time of need. With that being said, her impact on society has also took place in education. A college course was named after her at Rutgers University. her political stance and all her political movements, and all her charity work, has influenced our society on such an extreme level that Rutgers University created a course titled Politicizing Beyonce, and it consists of a variety of concepts and ideas. It is described as an interdisciplinary college course that attempts to think through contemporary United States society and its current gender, race, class, sexual politics by analyzing the music and career of Beyonce and her impact and how much she has done for society. So that was extremely intriguing to me again when I was researching, and I was reading multiple different people, their interview, their commentary, their feedback after taking this course at Rutgers, and they were also like me. They had said that they had no idea that her impact went that far and that deep, that her platform in music led her to creating this insane business and making her one of the few women one of the only African American women to create her own label and her own clothing line that empowered young people. Therefore, that led her to her political movements and her huge impact across the world, and being a humanitarian and a feminist and this insane leader. And all I knew was that she was a great singer and won a lot of awards. So it was really intriguing to hear. One student at Rutgers University had said that it had opened her eyes so much that she was able to go home and impact and explain to her household and her community, and in her community center, like a May Center, she was able to create a Beyonce course for adults. And she went back home for the summer and she taught adults how Beyonce had impacted others, and then back home she had this huge charity where they all went out and did things because of what she learned in this course about politicizing Beyonce at Rutgers University. Now, her huge success in music, her major impact in business, and her role in society has led everyone in the world to believe and to know that Beyonce Knowles Carter is more than just a wife, a mother, and a singer. Having made history throughout the music industry through her astounding and record-breaking performances and Grammy Award-winning albums, she has reached more than just the ears of her fans. I'm an example of one of those. She has compelled a society and a generation to do more than just stand by and watch the world make its own decisions. And as a young person, I think that's really powerful, because you watch TV, you listen to your parents, you listen to your professors, and they're making all the decisions, and growing up you're hearing all these older people making the decisions. And then I have all this research and I watch all these interviews, and she's telling me, like, as a young person, I can make these choices too, I can make these decisions, and I can create a huge impact. So she has compelled a society and a generation to do more than just stand by and watch the world making its own decisions. She has not only motivated me and society, but encouraged and helped people throughout her career exceed far beyond just a singer. Beyonce became more than just a pop culture queen and an R&B legend, as she was dubbed. Her influence through music brought more attention about injustice throughout our country. The business aspect of her career provided guidance and hope throughout young women all across the globe, and her political movement and stance helped make history and embarked on a newfound sense of society through the first African American president, as Barack Obama said in his interview. Beyonce has influenced our society so positively in many more ways than one, and has impacted our generation in such a way that will leave this world forever changed. Beyonce redefined a role of women in our society and has altered the idea of gender equality through her charity. Without Beyonce, I truly believe our society would not have progressed as much just in the past 2 decades. In people my age, 20 years old to 25, we have her to thank for that. I have her to thank for being a major reason why I should vote. And I definitely, the next time I listen to her music, after researching and understanding her huge impact in each aspect, the music, the business, and society, and how it all ties into one, and how greatly she's impacted society, I'll never listen to her music the same again, that's for sure. Thank you. That is my formal report.